pretty special feeling. Amy and I were kind of walking around town the other day with Caden, and it's just kind of it's a bit surreal. You know, the last time we left, we felt like we were just kids, and now we have a 2-year-old.
What memories come back when you think of this place?
Debut, teammates, wild card games, tough interdivision matchups, kind of a rejuvenation of 20 years of losing. I remember the '81 in Atlanta at the old Turner Field was a big deal for us, and or maybe that was in Texas. I can't quite remember. Texas. Texas. Yeah. There were some longtime people here that were really emotional about that, and so a lot of good memories, and some memories that you just never will forget. Throwing your first pitch in the major leagues to Craig or Blanco right out there.
How are you a different pitcher from when you were last year?
My repertoire's changed a bit. I think I've matured a bit as well. Always kind of working on fine-tuning the demeanor and the arsenal. Throwing probably less fastballs than I used to. Different division, but just different part of my career now, and but still same goals in mind. Trying to get that ring. Trying to pitch as deep as I can into ball games and carry as much load as I can.
Who helped you with the demeanor to become a better, different kind of pitcher?
I think it's just one of those. It's just one of those things that is never quite perfected, and you always got to keep kind of chipping at it. But the veterans that we had here when I came up were just so influential in terms of kind of structuring my routine and how to go about business here. Life is a lot simpler as a rookie when Charlie's taking you under your wing and you're watching AJ and Francisco, and then you also got Russell Martin backing you up and taking over, most of the game calling and situational duties. It just allows you to settle in, and then watching those guys work, some of them at the tail end of their career and still having to, perform at a high level, but have to prepare. Just kind of laid the groundwork, I think, for a lot of the processes that I have, and a lot of the way I go about my business, and some friendships still, obviously. Kind of bummed Neil's not here. I don't know why he's in Colorado. I felt like he should have left there and came back to come see us. But Jordy Mercer, Jay Hay, Charlie, obviously, Tony Watson. So, and I'm leaving a few out, but just some special times for sure.
You joined the group that went to the Clemente Museum, right?
Yeah.
What was it like to go with the new team this time around and kind of show them through that experience? Some of the guys who might not have been there before.
Yeah, that's just such a. Dwayne just does such a phenomenal job there, and the type of memorabilia that he has now. Like the last time I went there, it got real late with Morneau, Grilly, Eddie Vedder. It's a long time ago, and. And I don't think the cellar was quite finished. Serby didn't have bottles of wine down there yet. And so just to see, Dwayne is just such a high level of attention to detail, and he just continues to build on it. And upstairs is really awesome. The wine cellar is super special. And then anytime I think you can kind of share, what Roberto is all about. With some players that are new and haven't been maybe quite as exposed to the story as they otherwise have been now after being there, is that's part of the legacy of him. It's kind of like it's his house, and he's coming over and hosting you, and you're having table wine and talking about baseball, and it's also cool with a lot of the old memorabilia. Some of it we don't mess around with and don't touch, but there's a couple old mitts around there and things like that, and to watch guys pick up some of the old equipment and think about, would they be able to perform, the same way now, and kind of where's the line is always just interesting to see different guys' perspectives and different bats. You know, I remember like Roberto has like a 38-ounce handle that looks like Giancarlo's, and Stargell has like a pea shooter, and it's just odd, you know, right? Like kind of a smaller gentleman that is really strong and roaming the outfield with a large bat, and then Pops with like, you know, what would seem probably like a toothpick in his hand. You know? And it's like more similar to today's bats, ironically. So just fascinating, and everybody's first time there, you always learn something. It's cool to be around.